Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Thursday evening Zoom call. If you need captions, please can you request them at the bottom of the screen? Thank you very much, so that you can watch the translation and captions in your language. Just see, I need to rename myself. I hadn't done that. I'm just going to do that. Can you reach out to your teams in Gift of Legacy and GL Smart? Get them onto the Zoom. This is going to be a very important Zoom and a recording that you are going to want to share with your community. Tonight, we are going to explain and show you what Gift of Legacy offers you. So I'm going to present a new presentation. I love GL because there's always something new happening and a different way of looking at things. And now with the launch of GL Smart, we have even more information to share. This is a new presentation, and we will be sharing Gift of Legacy community. We, in that Gift of Legacy community, have the classic Gift of Legacy that we all know and love, and the GL Smart that we are all gaining love for. So if you can get your teams onto the Zoom, it would be great to have you here. I can see you here. I've made you co-host. How are you tonight? Are you able to speak, Ike? And maybe Ike will join us in a while. But we welcome everybody who is on the Zoom. I'm going to get straight into the presentation because it is quite a long presentation. We'll have questions at the end, but I'm going to go through the whole presentation. If you have questions, please write them in the chat. We'll deal with them at the end. And yeah, sit back, relax, and let's see what Gift of Legacy has on offer for all of us. We are on YouTube Live, so if anyone wants to watch YouTube Live, that is an option as well. So I'm going to share my screen straight away. I'm presenting off of my phone. Gift of Legacy is something that is always with me on my phone, and so I'm going to be presenting straight off my phone this evening. Here we go. Oops, I just stopped sharing screen. Let me share screen again. Sorry. Let's just start sharing screen again. Apologies, folks. I'm just waiting for the slideshow to come up and we will get going. Just while we're waiting, my name is Adele Spear and I'm in Johannesburg, South Africa. There we go. I am in Johannesburg, South Africa. I've been part of the Gift of Legacy community since before it launched in 2022. So welcome to Gift of Legacy and Gift of Legacy Smart. Gift of Legacy is a gifting activity that has been creating abundance since it launched on the 10th of January, 2022. You are here by invitation. Please sit back, relax, and learn more about how a simple gift can create a legacy for you. Just a quick disclaimer. This presentation is for information sharing only and is not to be construed as financial advice. Not myself nor any other Gift of Legacy presenter or participant are registered financial or tax advisors. The information given in this presentation is only intended to give you examples of what you as a participant may expect. So what is a gifting community? We refer to the term sacred economics, and I encourage you to go and do some research on the topic. Sacred economics or gifting communities date back in modern culture to about the 1960s, but they have been off mainstream for a lot longer than that. It is 100% legal, and many communities around the world have some form of a gifting activity. In Africa and here in South Africa, where Gift of Legacy was birthed, we have a principle called Ubuntu. Ubuntu is a culture within our community that allows people to work together so that everybody in the community succeeds and thrives. It's all about sharing and it's about working together. And so the principle of Ubuntu is very much part of our gifting community. You might also hear of the word circular economies, where everybody has a turn to receive and everybody has a turn to give. And that is what a gifting activity is all about. Gift of Legacy is a global gifting activity. It extends over most of the countries in the world. And over the past 3.5 years, Gift of Legacy has been uplifting communities, not only financially by creating abundance, but also through self-development, as people have come to learn more about finances, economies, how different ways of sending monetary gifts across the world, using cryptocurrency, using other kinds of gifting platforms. It really has been a growth for many of the participants in GL. So the traditional or the original Gift of Legacy website, www.giftoflegacyglobal.com, when you open, once you have registered, this is the website, this is the landing page, and this is what you will see. You will see scrolling posters at the top and 6 different boards. Every board has got a different monetary value. The coal board is a $25 gift board. Bronze is $100. Ohana is $50. Silver is $400. Gold, $1,600. And platinum is the $5,000 board. Now, to join Gift of Legacy, you need to have an inviter link. Somebody needs to share their invitation link with you. You will click on the link, you will then register, and you will verify your email. You'll get an email back from giftoflegacyglobal.com, and you need to verify that it is you. You are then able to log into the system. You will initially need to peak a board, and then you join a board. So you can see this is my profile. And of the 6 boards, I have joined 5 of them. I have not yet joined Platinum. So on the Platinum board, you can see that it says peak. Once I peak, the board will appear and there will be a little button at the top that says join. I can then join the board, and I am going to show you what the boards look like. When you then open again, it will say view, as do my other 5 boards, because I have already opened those boards and I'm actively participating on them. Users in Gift of Legacy must have 2 people who follow them as invitees to be able to progress after the bronze board. So you need to invite people 2 by 2 by 2 in Gift of Legacy. That's how the boards move. That's how the system is created. Everybody needs to invite 2 people. Now, this is what a Gift of Legacy board looks like. If you've never seen it before, many of us are familiar with it. And I'm going to just give you an example, the bronze board. There are 2 boards that you can start your journey on in Gift of Legacy. The coal board, which is a $25 gift board, and then the bronze board, which is a $100 board. So this is what the board looks like. It's got a legend in the middle, a left hemisphere, and a right hemisphere. When you join the board as a gifter, you will contact the legend in the middle. You will be able to access their information just by clicking on their name. You will contact them and say, hi, I'm Adele, I'm from sunny South Africa, and I would love to gift you. Please let me know how to send the gift. You then get sent a way to send the gift. Most people nowadays are using cryptocurrency because it is a safe and secure way of sending funds across the world and even within your own country. So you will then send the gift to the legend. Once the legend has received all 8 gifts from the gifters on the board, they will leave this board and they will have the gifts that they have received. So on a bronze board, a gifter enters with $100 and the legend leaves the board with $800, 8 gifts to the value of the board value. So let's journey through a bronze board and you will see how you will move through a board. Once you understand this, all the other 5 boards operate exactly the same. So I would like you to focus on the yellow dot that represents you in Gift of Legacy, and you will see it represents you in GL Smart as well just now. So when you land on a GL board, once you join your very first board, you will land in a gifter position. You will contact the legend, as will the other gifters, and you will gift the legend $100, whatever the value of the board is. The legend will be able to take the first 4 gifts and join the next value board. So we do encourage this, that users use their first 4 gifts to join the next board, because this is a journey to abundance and you can't just stay on the first board. You need to progress onto the higher boards too. Then 4 other gifters are going to land on the board, and when the legend has received all 8 gifts, the legend on a bronze board will have received $800 in total. The legend leaves the board and you now move up into a builder position. Everybody moves up. As a builder, it is the perfect opportunity for you to invite your 2 friends to journey with you in the Gift of Legacy community. So you will invite your 2 friends, other builders will also invite their friends, until all 8 gifters have landed on the board. When the 8 gifters have landed on the board, the legend has received $800 in total, 8 gifts, and the legend will leave this board. You then move up into the guide position. Can you see that your 2 invitees are now next to you as builders? And this is when you encourage your builders to do exactly what you did, invite their 2 friends. This is inviting 2 by 2 by 2. If everybody invites 2 people, the boards move and there is a steady flow of gifts as legends close boards and they leave the board. Now, when one hemisphere fills up, like the left hemisphere has done here, when there are 4 gifters who have gifted the legend, the board will split. The guide, who is now you, will move off and you will become a legend on your very own board. So congratulations, you are now a legend. This is what you have been waiting for. And gifters will land on your board. They will contact you and start gifting you. You will see your invitees are next to you as guides, and their invitees are now the builders on the board. When all 8 gifters have landed on the board, you will have received $800, but you don't get to keep all of them. $300 is yours to keep, and I'm going to break it down for you very shortly. So just stay and watch what we are doing. Now, you have completed your board as a legend. Do you remember that original board where you were guide on the left-hand side? Well, it wasn't finished yet. Nobody has completed that board, and you now need to join your perpetual cycle. It is essential that when a legend completes a board in Gift of Legacy, that they join a perpetual cycle. So you are going to join your perpetual cycle, and there is a special principle called the Ohana principle that allows legends to come back to their original board when they join the perpetual cycle. Here you are joining that original board to help to close this board. Ohana is a Hawaiian word. It means family, and it means nobody gets left behind. And Ohana is a strong principle within the Gift of Legacy community, making sure that nobody gets left behind. So when you finished your board, that bronze board that you were on as a legend, you received $800. I said you don't keep them all. You had already used $400 to join your silver board, and you keep your last gift. You keep one gift of $100 to join the perpetual cycle on bronze, which just means you're having another ride. on the bronze board. So that is why you as the legend will keep $300. So let's break it down for you. We've had a different poster before. I've changed it a little bit. Hopefully this makes it easier to understand. You can join Gift of Legacy on either the coal board or you can join on the bronze board. Coal is only $25 to join, and it is more affordable for many people around the world. So you will join a board for $25 as a legend. You will receive 8 gifts of $25, which is $200 in total. Now, on your very first round, you need to use $100, your first 4 gifts, to join bronze, and keep that last gift for the perpetual coal cycle, which means you keep $75 because you have now joined bronze and the perpetual coal. But when you finish a perpetual cycle, the second time you complete coal, the third, fourth, and fifth time, you are already on bronze. So there's only one gift that you need to keep back when you complete that board. And that's your final gift, and it allows you to join another perpetual cycle. So on perpetual, you keep $175. So let's look at bronze, which I've just explained to you. The legend receives 8 gifts of $100, which is $800 in total. $400 helps you to join silver, and you keep your last gift to join the perpetual bronze. So on your first round, you only keep $300, but you join the board for $100, so it's already a good situation. On your perpetual cycle, however, you get to keep 7 of the gifts, keeping back 1 to ride that board again, and so you keep $700. Now let's look at silver. Silver, the legend will receive 8 gifts of $400, which is $3,200. Now you're going to use your first 4 gifts to join gold, which is $1,600. It's the next board. And you need $400 to ride the perpetual cycle of silver. So on your first round, you will keep $1,200, but every time you complete a silver board thereafter, you will get to keep $2,800, only holding back 1 gift to join the perpetual cycle. So you can see coal is represented by a steam train, because in a theme park, there's a train that goes round and round and round, doesn't stop. That signifies the perpetual journey in Gift of Legacy. The boards from bronze to platinum are represented by Ferris wheels because they too have a perpetual cycle. It is a board that you can ride over and over again. But let's get to gold. You join a gold board with $1,600, and as a legend, you will receive 8 gifts, which is $12,800. You need to keep $5,000 to gift the platinum legend on your next board and hold back 1 gift of $1,600 to join the perpetual gold cycle. So on your first round, you are keeping $6,200. But on your perpetual cycle in gold, you keep $11,200. Can you see the values of the perpetual cycles, how much higher they are? And that is the power of the perpetual cycles. Now, platinum is the highest board in the Gift of Legacy community. So on platinum, you will join a board for $5,000, a gift you will send to somebody. You will receive as a legend 8 gifts, which is $40,000. There is no higher board. You just need to hold back 1 gift of $5,000 to join the perpetual cycle on platinum. So on both your first round and every other time that you complete platinum thereafter, you will get to keep $35,000. Now there's one more board, a very important board, the Ohana board. Ohana represents a little go-kart, a little shuttle that drives around the theme park. Ohana was created to support GGM. GGM is the nonprofit organization that funds the Gift of Legacy website. And so there are slightly different guidelines on the Ohana boards. A legend will only receive 7 gifts, not 8. 7 gifts of $50, which is $350. The reason for this is gifter number 1 is a Ohana position that is already on the board, and when that Ohana position reaches legend, the gifts that the Ohana profiles receive go to GGM to help to keep Gift of Legacy website going. When you complete an Ohana board, you are automatically joined to the perpetual cycle, so you need to keep $50 of the $350 to gift the legend. So every time you complete an Ohana board, you get to keep $300. Just by joining a board one time and holding a gift back, you get to keep $300, but you are also supporting GGM and keeping the Gift of Legacy website alive and strong. So please join the Ohana boards. That, ladies and gentlemen, are the 6 boards in Gift of Legacy on the website. And the goal of the Gift of Legacy website journey is for everybody to be on the perpetual cycle of all 6 boards. That column on the right-hand side, that is where you ride the boards of abundance. That is where you create your legacy, and that should be your goal. So that's the Gift of Legacy website wrapped up for you. Now, Gift of Legacy is an evolving and dynamic community. The custodians, the people who help to create Gift of Legacy, the people who look after and develop and maintain Gift of Legacy are always looking for innovative ways to grow our active community. And so on the 25th of June, another gifting experience was added to the Gift of Legacy community. So Gift of Legacy, as we know it, has always been referred to as a theme park with the Ferris wheels and the train and the Ohana boards. Well, now in our one community, we have 2 amazing gifting experiences, because now we have GL Smart, which allows us the opportunity to send and receive gifts on the blockchain. It is a totally innovative way of sending gifts, and we would love to share that with you right now. So what is Gift of Legacy Smart? Gift of Legacy Smart is an extension of Gift of Legacy. So it is another opportunity within the Gift of Legacy community. GL and GL Smart function independently from each other. They are not connected. You see, we have a website-based Gift of Legacy, and then we have GL Smart on the blockchain. They cannot connect. They cannot work together. They are separate, but they are very much part of our very special Gift of Legacy community. GL Smart offers participants the opportunity to participate in a gifting community using a smart contract on the blockchain. So what is a smart contract? A smart contract is a system that has been developed and coded, but then it is locked onto the blockchain. And whatever the code is, that is what happens. And we're going to show you how GL Smart allows people to send gifts on the blockchain right now. To participate in Gift of Legacy Smart, you need to have a MetaMask or a Trust wallet. These are cryptocurrency wallets. You have to have one of these 2 wallets to be able to connect to GL Smart. These are the only 2 wallets that are compatible with the GL Smart system, and so you need to download one of them onto your phone or your device so that you can connect to GL Smart. We are using the currency Polygon. That is the token that we are using, and so you need to load some Polygon onto your wallet so that you are ready to send and receive gifts. And everybody connects to GL Smart with the link giftoflegacysmart.com. You use this link to connect your wallet to GL Smart. So everybody is using the same link to connect their wallet to GL Smart. let's have a look at GL Smart. So when you have linked your wallet and you open up and you connect it to GL Smart, this is what you see on the left-hand side. This is the dashboard. It welcomes you. It also tells you that we are using the Polygon network on the smart contract and wishes you happy gifting. Now we have got 4 different tiers, which allows everybody the freedom of choice when they are gifting. Each tier, starter boards, GL Classics, speed boards, and Ubuntu boards have got 4 boards within their tier. Users may join as many active boards as they choose. The boards on the different tiers may be joined in any order at any time. The lowest value board that you can join GL Smart with is the Polina board. It is the very first of the 4 starter boards, and you can join a Polina board for 15 poly, which is just under $4, and that is the first starter board. And with just 1 Polina board, you are able to progress onto all 16 boards on the GL Smart contract. Gifts are sent and received on GL Smart directly from my crypto wallet to the Legends crypto wallet. So from my Trust or MetaMask wallet to somebody else's Trust or MetaMask wallet. There is no need for me to contact a Legend, make a phone call, or send a message. My wallet connects to another wallet on the blockchain, and this increases the safety and security of the gifting procedure in GL Smart. After you have agreed to the gifting transaction, when you have joined a board and you agree to the gifting transaction, you are then added to a board, and gifters fill the board from gifter position 1. There's the yellow circle again. That represents you. If position 1 is full and you join a board, you will land in position number 2. If you join a board and number 2 is full, you will land in number 3. The boards fill up that the gifters land from position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. And when all 8 gifters have landed on a board, then the board will split and 2 new boards will be created. So it's a little bit different to GL, but we are still filling up the boards. So let's look at these boards and what they all mean. Those 4 tiers that we were describing to you on the previous slide. Well, we have our starter boards, and the starter boards are represented by a palm tree. They all have a Hawaiian word because we mentioned earlier that Ohana is a Hawaiian word that means family. It's very much an important word in the GL community. So our starter boards, and there are 4 of them. The first one is Polina, which is 15 poly to join. Hui is 50 poly. Ohia is 100 poly. And Ohana is 200 poly. Then we have a nostalgic connection to the Gift of Legacy website. We are nostalgic people, and families and communities like to remember their roots and where they came from. So this tier is nostalgically named after the boards on the GL website, but these are totally different boards, and they function the same as all the other boards on the GL Smart contract. So it's the same names, but it is the GL Smart system. And the first board is, as always, the bronze board, 450 poly. Then we have the silver board, 2000 poly, the gold board, 7000 poly, and yes, the platinum board, 22,000 poly. Now, we already have an Ohana board. It is the last of our starter boards, but it is also just a nostalgic connection back to the GL website. We do not have a coal on GL Smart. Why? Because we have got 4 wonderful starter boards that you can start your journey on. So these are just names. They function differently, but we like to remember our roots. Then we have the speed boards. The speed boards are represented by lightning flash because they are all about fast rewards, about moving gifts quickly, and they are a little bit different to the other boards. We have speed 1, which is 100 poly, speed 2, which is 200 poly, speed 3, 800 poly, and then speed 4 is a 3,200 poly board. The speed boards are a little bit different. They do not have the traditional 15 people on a board. In fact, there are no builders at all. There is a legend, 2 guides, and then 2 gifters on each side. So there are only 7 people on a board, and it's all about fast-paced rewards. And then we have a 4th tier, the Ubuntu boards. Now, Ubuntu, as I mentioned earlier, is the key principle of the Gift of Legacy community. It means I am because you are. It means that the community share and work together. And that's what the Ubuntu boards are all about. We have an Ubuntu 200 poly, Ubuntu 1000 poly, Ubuntu 5000 poly, and the Ubuntu 25,000 poly. On the starter boards, they are normal boards that you will recognize and see, like the one I just showed you. And the oldest boards fill up first. That means the board that was in the front of the queue, that has been waiting the longest, all the gifters land on that board, and that board gets closed first. Then we have the GL Classic boards. The GL Classic boards allow users to follow another wallet. We do not have an invitation link, but we can follow another wallet on the GL Classics. There is a smart chain open lineage which has been created and is managed by admin. It is a community lineage which is available to all the participants in GL Smart. You may create your own lineage. Users who are not following a wallet land on the oldest board. So lineage and oldest boards are supported on the GL Classics. On the speed boards, like I said, the board has a legend, 2 guides, and 4 gifters only. The legend will receive 4 gifts. This is for fast-paced rewards. And again, oldest boards fill up first. Then we have the Ubuntu boards. Every gift is shared by the legend, the guides, and the builders. So every gifter who gifts, the legend will receive 30% of the gift, the guides receive 10% of the gift, and the builders receive 12.5% of the gift. And you don't even have to work it out because the smart contract tells your wallet where to send the gifts. It will send out 4 different amounts of 12.5% of your gift to the builders. It will send 10% of your gift to the 2 guides, and it will send 30% of your gift to the legend, just by a click of the button on your phone. So on the Ubuntu boards, builders receive their joining gift back when all 8 gifters have joined the board. So just think about it. You start receiving in the builder position. When all 8 gifters have landed, you as a builder will have received the gift back that you used to join the board, and you're still going to receive as a guide and as a legend. So that means you can use gifts to now join multiple boards on the GL Smart contract. The oldest boards fill up first. So what are the differences and similarities between Gift of Legacy and GL Smart? Well, Gift of Legacy is a website-based system, and GL Smart is blockchain-based. One is a website, and one is using cryptocurrency in the crypto space on the blockchain. In Gift of Legacy, you need an invitation link to be able to join. You have to have an inviter link from somebody that you will click on, and then you register, then you verify your email, and then you log into the system. Not on GL Smart. There is no invitation link required at all. On Gift of Legacy, you register and you log in to www.giftoflegacyglobal.com. On GL Smart, you need to connect your MetaMask or Trust Wallet to GL Smart with the universal link that we all use, giftoflegacysmart.com. So you use that link to connect your wallet to GL Smart. In Gift of Legacy, there are 6 boards that are available for you to join on each profile that you have. In GL Smart, there are 4 tiers with 4 boards on each tier, which are available to users, which mean there are 16 boards in total. In Gift of Legacy, the boards must be joined sequentially. You have to start on either a coal or a bronze board, and then you move from bronze to silver, to gold, to platinum, and you need to join your perpetual cycle before you can join the higher board. So there's rules about following the sequence in Gift of Legacy. In GL Smart, you can join any board in any order. You do not have to start with a Palina. You do not have to start with a bronze. You could come straight in and join an Ohana or a platinum. You could join a Speed 3 or an Ubuntu 2. You can join whatever board you would like to. Freedom of choice is yours in GL Smart. In Gift of Legacy, the perpetual cycle is essential on all boards. So in Gift of Legacy, when you move from bronze to silver, you have to join the higher board, and then you join the perpetual cycle. And if you have not joined the perpetual cycle of bronze, you cannot go from silver to gold. So perpetual cycle is essential in Gift of Legacy, because that is the goal, right? The goal of Gift of Legacy is for all users to be on all 6 boards on the perpetual cycles. That is where you create your legacy. That is where you ride the boards of abundance in Gift of Legacy. On GL Smart, there is no perpetual cycle. On GL Smart, when you complete a board as a legend, the board disappears for you. You are no longer on it. But because we have a culture of Ohana and Ubuntu in GL Smart, we have already within our community in GL Smart created a culture where as legends finish a board, they rejoin another board. They then start another board. So we are effectively creating our own perpetual cycle, even though it's not coded into the smart contract. In Gift of Legacy, a user may only join the 6 boards that are available, and you need to join one at a time with each profile and in the sequence. So you have to move from coal or bronze, then to silver, then to gold, and then to platinum. In GL Smart, a user may join multiple active boards. So when you log in on the dashboard of GL Smart on starter boards and you look at Ohana or you look at Ohio, Palina, or Hui, you will see that there are several active boards available, and you are allowed to join all of them. You can join as many active boards as there are available, and you can join in any order. So really, there is total freedom of choice. You can decide how you would like to plug and play. That's a phrase we use. Yes, it's like playing. You're on your phone, you click a button, your wallet gifts somebody else's wallet, and you're on a board. And the most exciting thing about it, when you join a board, your phone goes ka-ching like a cash register. It's the sound of gifting, and it's bringing such joy and excitement to the lives of everybody in GL Smart. In Gift of Legacy, the board splits when 4 gifters have gifted on a hemisphere. Remember the Ohana principle. You come back and you rejoin the board if that other side has not been completed. In Gift of Legacy, there is only one board that splits when there are all 8 gifters gifted, and that is the Ohana board. The Ohana board stands separately, and it splits when all 8 gifters have joined the board and gifted. In GL Smart, all the boards, every single board on all 16 boards on all 4 tiers, the boards split when all the gifters have joined. So it is 8 gifters on the starter boards, 8 gifters on the GL Classics, and 8 gifters on the Ubuntu boards. And then on the speed boards, there are only 4 gifters. The board will obviously then split when all 4 gifters have gifted. In Gift of Legacy, users follow their inviter. You join with an invitation link and you follow your inviter. That is the first guideline in Gift of Legacy. You follow your inviter. You only land on an oldest board in Gift of Legacy if there is no other user for you to follow in your lineage. In Gift of Legacy, you follow your inviter. If they are not on a board, you follow their inviter, or their inviter's inviter. You follow generations, but it's not like that in GL Smart. In GL Smart, the oldest board is filled first. At the moment, the starter boards, the speed boards, and the Ubuntu boards all fill up from the oldest board first. So when you open up, and if you've opened your dashboard and you've joined maybe 3 or 4 boards, the number at the top of the list is the oldest board that you are on. But it is not always the oldest board in GL Smart. The oldest board, the one that has been waiting the longest, is the one that fills up first. So you might have to wait a little bit, but that's fine. Join some other boards and participate and get to know other people. Try and work out who the nicknames are on your board, and just enjoy having the freedom of choice to join as many boards as you would like to. Now, on the GL Classics, you are able to follow somebody in GL Smart. So you can follow another wallet. It is not an invitation link. You are following a wallet. But the following system in GL Smart is like a chain. One wallet connects to another wallet and another wallet. If you join a board, you will go to the board where the wallet is that you are following. And if that wallet is not on a board, you go immediately to the oldest board. You do not look for a generation, because there are no generations, right? We fill oldest boards first, and if you are following somebody, you go to the board where their wallet is. But there is no following generations. So if the smart contract cannot find the wallet that you are following on the board you want to join, you go to the oldest boards. And this is amazing, because this means that both lineage and oldest boards are supported in GL Smart. And there's one more difference that I could think of. In Gift of Legacy, gifters follow their inviters on the boards. So you know, in Gift of Legacy, when you join a board and you are following someone who's on the right-hand hemisphere, you will become a gifter on the right-hand hemisphere. And if you are joining a board and following a build on the left-hand hemisphere, you will land as a gifter on the left-hand hemisphere. You follow your inviter, because we are following 2 by 2 in Gift of Legacy. It's not like that in GL Smart. In GL Smart, I showed you that picture with the yellow smiley faces. All gifter positions fill up from gifter 1 to gifter 8 on all of the boards, or on the speed boards, they fill up from gifter 1 to gifter 4. When you are following someone and using the follow option, you join a board where the wallet is that you are following, but you are not always on the same hemisphere. Because if gifter number 3 is available, you will go to gifter number 3, even if the wallet you are following is on the other hemisphere. The gifters fill up from 1 to 8 or 1 to 4 on the speed board. When you are following on the classics, you go to a board where your follow wallet is, but you are not always next to the follow wallet. We will share this picture. We just want to get clarity that all the information is correct, and we will share this presentation that you are able to go through it and check it with the people that you know and love. But I just want to say thank you for joining us tonight. We are one community in Gift of Legacy. We now have 2 gifting experiences. Thank you for joining us. And if you would like to know more, please contact the person who invited you to this presentation. We have got a Telegram group with all the information that you need to know. You can also look at the official Gift of Legacy YouTube channel. There are recordings that have been translated into lots of the languages that we know are part of our community, and we are still translating more of them. So please join us, find out more, and let's create our legacies together. Thank you, everybody. Right, that is the presentation. Let me just see what's in the chat. Thanks, Ike. Did you enjoy that one? Let me see if I've made Ike. You are a co-host. You can unmute. No? Anybody else who would like to make a comment? Questions? Are you really all quiet? I'm going to actually just change the settings that anybody who wants to unmute can. Right, if you want to unmute and say something, you can, or you can type in the chat. Are you all just processing the information? Queenist, no comments from you. Deborah, Annie, Alfonso, Felix, who else is here? Rocky, Ike, and Ivanok. No comments?
No comment, my darling, but the presentation was superb. It was very, very nice.
Thanks,
For
Queenie.
me, it was awesome, very awesome to hear. And this is my second time that I follow with all the explanation. I'm so happy to be part of the family, and my teams are waiting to be part of it, and that's why I take time to learn and I'm staying quiet to learn everything. And I get a good coach. Anne is a good one. She's very good to help me in
Mm-hmm.
every details. And
Yes.
I think, and today you make it very, very clear when the way you explain GL Classic and GL Smart. It's very good and it's very clear. I'm so grateful and thank you for everything.
Thank you, Ivanok. Oh, and it's lovely to hear your voice. We've had so many conversations just on Telegram. It's lovely to hear your voice, and we're very excited to work with your community. And I know that you're rocking it on the smart chain, and you're doing so well on the classics. We'd love to see you joining some of the other boards too. But it's just wonderful that you're joining these presentations. We are going to share the PowerPoint presentation so that it's available for people to share it with the animations, with everything, and you can translate it into then your language. I know you represent the French speaking community, so you are able then to take the presentation and translate it and use it to help to educate your community. And I really hope that helps. Perfect. Thanks. Felix, any comments? I know Felix is Spanish speaking, but I hope he was understanding. Thanks, Rocky. And we even did this in under an hour, so I'm quite happy with that. Right, well, everybody seems okay. Thank you so much for all being here. We are going to share this presentation. Please use it, share it with your communities, and there are definitely many, many people in the GL community who just need to understand that it is not something that's taking away from GL. It's actually adding value to our community, and it's going to help us to create that legacy that we're all building. So let's reach out to the people in the GL community and people outside of the GL community, and let's share this gift with each one of them. So thank you, everybody. And until we meet again, good night, God bless, and goodbye.